Hello students, welcome to lesson 4. We are studying chapter 11 in second PUC, three-dimensional geometry, second part of your textbook. We have already studied 3 lessons. In the first lesson we have studied the basics, that is direction cosine of a line and direction ratio. Then in the second we have derived 2 equations of straight line in space with 2 conditions, and then we have studied the problems of exercise 11.1 and 11.2. So these are things we have done. In this lesson, let us continue to study straight lines with some more concepts. So the major concept is equation of straight lines in space. In this lesson, let us study angle between 2 lines in space. So you can take it as a theorem actually. The statement is this: the angle between 2 lines L1 and L2 whose vector equations are r equal to a1 plus lambda b1 and r equal to a2 plus lambda b2. Of course, here r means vector r, a1 means vector a1, b1 means vector b1. So this is the understanding. So then the angle is given by cos theta equal to, this is the formula, b1 dot b2 divided by magnitude b1 into magnitude b2. Of course, you can also add mod. About that, let me explain later. Consider a rectangular coordinate system with x-axis, y-axis, z-axis and origin O. Now let L1 and L2 be 2 lines making an angle theta. So the diagram is shown like this. So the angle between them is theta. So this is the given thing. So L1 here is r equal to a1 plus lambda b1 and L2 here is r equal to a2 plus mu b2. So these are the equations of the given two straight lines. Now L1 is parallel to b1. This property you have studied already. Whenever you write r equal to a plus lambda b, that means the line is parallel to the vector b. Therefore here L1 is parallel to vector b1 and L2 is parallel to vector b2. So this is the fact we know already. Now therefore what happens is, angle between 2 lines L1 and L2 is same as angle between the two vectors b1 and b2, and angle between the two vector b1 and b2 you know already in vector. So that is given by cos theta equal to b1 dot b2 divided by magnitude b1 magnitude b2. Therefore this itself is the angle between the lines also, L1 and L2 also. Therefore this we can take as the formula. So this is the first thing you have to understand. Let us proceed with a little bit or a few more additional concepts we have to add here. So we are talking about acute angle. See, whenever two straight lines intersect, there are two possibilities. One is, suppose theta is acute angle as shown, then 180 minus theta is obtuse angle. So this will be obtuse angle. So whenever two straight lines intersect, there will be 4 angles and 2 of them are equal, vertically opposite angle, and adjacent angles are, one is acute, another one is obtuse. Of course, if they are not 90 degree. Therefore now cos 180 minus theta equal to minus cos theta. Therefore in the formula cos theta, it can be both plus or minus. If you take theta acute, it will be plus. If you take theta obtuse, it will be minus. Therefore, in order to avoid confusion, what we can do is cos theta equal to mod of b1 dot b2 divided by magnitude b1 into magnitude b2. If you take, that means you are talking about the acute angle. So here one more thing I would like to remind. Suppose the components are given like this, that is vector b1 equal to a1i plus b1j plus c1k and b2 equal to a2i plus b2j plus c2k. Then you can use this formula. Let me just connect here. b1 dot b2 means a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2. So that product formula you know. Similarly, magnitude b1 will be equal to square root of a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square, and magnitude b2 will be equal to a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square, of course under square root. So this formula you can use whenever you are asked to find the angle between two lines. Now let us take 2 more conditions before we solve the problem. One is condition for perpendicular lines. See here, suppose the two lines L1 and L2 are perpendicular like this, then what happens? Theta will be 90 degree. Then cos 90 will be 0. Therefore, B1 dot B2 will be 0. This is the condition. So you can remember this. This you have studied in vector also. Condition for parallel line, there is a small change. So here, suppose two lines are parallel, theta will be 0. In this case, what happens is B1 vector will be parallel to B2 vector. Therefore, you know the condition for parallel vectors. B1 will be equal to alpha times B2. This is one possibility. Or you can also say direction cosines are proportional. So this is another important observation you have to remember. Suppose you are asked to show that two lines are perpendicular, you can use the first condition, B1 dot B2 equal to 0. And suppose you are asked to show that two lines are parallel, then you can show that B1 and B2 are parallel by showing that direction ratios are proportional. So this is the important observation you have to remember. Let us proceed with examples. Example 1. Find the angle between the lines r equal to 3i plus 2j minus 4k plus lambda times I plus 2j plus 2k. This is the first line. And the second line is r equal to 5i minus 2j plus mu into 3i plus 2j plus 6k. So these are the two lines. Now here what you have to do is, what is B1? That you have to write. B1 is actually I plus 2j plus 2k. In the first equation, r equal to 3i plus 2j minus 4k, that is A, plus lambda times B. Therefore, B1 is I plus 2j plus 2k. Similarly, B2 will be, I need not explain once again, it is 3i plus 2j plus 6k. Therefore, use the formula cos theta equal to mod B1 dot B2 divided by B1 magnitude, B2 magnitude. So this will be equal to, apply the formula, this you have studied. So B1 is I plus 2j plus 2k. B2 is 3i plus 2j plus 6k. Therefore, dot product 1 into 3, that is I component, then 2 into 2 j component, then 2 into 6 k component. So divided by magnitude, first vector B1, magnitude is 1 square plus 2 square plus 2 square under square root magnitude. Similarly, the second one, 3 square, 2 square and 6 square under square root. So this we have to simplify. When you simplify this one, you get 19 by 3 into 7 or 19 by 21. Therefore, we need theta. Therefore, theta will be equal to cos inverse of 19 by 21. This is acute angle because positive. So this is the first question. Here the equations are given in vector form. Let us take one more example, that is when the equation of the lines are given in Cartesian form. So one more example. Find the angle between the lines x plus 3 by 3 equal to y minus 1 by 5 equal to z plus 3 by 4. This is the first line. And the second line is x plus 1 by 1 equal to y minus 4 by 1 equal to z minus 5 by 2. So here L1 is the first equation, x plus 3 by 3 equal to y minus 1 by 5 equal to z plus 3 by 4. And L2 is the second equation, x plus 1 by 1 y minus 4 by 4 to 1 equal to z minus 5 by 2. So first you have to identify what is B1. What is B1 here? If you remember, equation of the line in Cartesian form is x minus x1 by A equal to y minus y1 by B equal to z minus z1 by C. There ABC, that is AI plus BJ plus CK is the vector. Here actually this is A, this is B, this is C. Therefore B1 will be equal to 3i plus 5j plus 4k. This you have studied in the equation form. Then B1 is exactly same way. So A, B, C here are, or A2, B2, C2 we can say 1, 1, 2. Therefore B1 is I plus J plus 2K. Once you know what is B1, B2, there is no difficulty. Cos theta equal to formula is B1 dot B2 by magnitude B1 magnitude B2. So this will be equal to, once again, dot product 3 into 1 plus 5 into 1 plus 4 into 2 divided by magnitude. So 3 square plus 5 square plus 4 square and square root of 1 square plus 1 square plus 2 square. So question is simplification. So this will be 8 root 3 by 15, of course after simplification. Therefore, theta will be equal to cos inverse of 8 root 3 by 15. So this is the angle between the two given lines. So the second example, actually this is the second example where equation of the line is given in Cartesian form. Here very important thing is you have to identify what is a B1 and what is B2. Let us proceed. So let us take exercise now. 11.2, we have done questions up to 9. So this is the 10th question. In the 10th question there are two parts. First one I have done, second one exactly similar, you can do it. So what is given is, find the angle between the lines r equal to 2i minus 5j plus k plus lambda into 3i plus 2j plus 6k. This is the first line. And the second line is r equal to 7i minus 6k plus mu into i plus 2j plus 2k. So here we have done already one question. B1 is what? It is 3i plus 2j plus 6k, the first equation. Similarly, B2 is what? It is I plus 2j plus 2k. So once you know what is B1, B2, there is no difficulty in finding cos theta. Formula is cos theta equal to B1 dot B2 divided by magnitude B1 magnitude B2. So this, so you have to find B1 dot B2, that is 3 into 1 plus 2 into 2 plus 6 into 2 divided by square root of 1 square plus 2 square plus 2 square, that is B2 magnitude, and the first one B1, that is 3 square plus 2 square plus 6 square. Of course you have to take mod. So this, after simplification, you get 19 by 7 into 3. So that will be equal to 19 by 21. Therefore, the acute angle between the two lines is cos inverse of 19 by 21. So this is question number 10, first part in the exercise. Let us solve a few more problems. 11th question, first part. Find the angle between the lines x minus 2 by 2 equal to y minus 1 by 5 equal to z plus 3 by minus 3, and x plus 2 by minus 1 equal to y minus 4 by 8 equal to z minus 5 by 4. Here the equations are given in Cartesian form. Therefore, what you have to do, first we have to identify what is B1 and B2. So now L1 is given, write the equation of L1 and L2. So the first one is x minus 2 by 2 equal to y minus 1 by 5 equal to z plus 3 by minus 3. L2, x plus 2 by minus 1, y minus 4 by 8 and z minus 5 by 4. Now first find B1. What is B1 now? So components are A1, B1, C1. That's the component. That is B1 will be equal to 2i plus 5j minus 3k. This is very important here. Second, B2 will be equal to minus 1, then 8 and 4. Therefore, it is minus I plus 8j plus 4k. Therefore, take cos theta. Cos theta formula B1 dot B2 divided by magnitude B1 B2. Very simple. Substitute 2 into minus 1 plus 5 into 8 plus minus 3 into 4 divided by the magnitude. 2 square plus 5 square plus 3 square. You need not worry about the sign because you are squaring. And then take the mod value. So it is 26 by 9 root 38. I have directly given the simplified answer. Therefore, theta acute angle will be equal to cos inverse of 26 by 9 into root 38. So this is the acute angle between them. So this is when the equation is given in Cartesian form. Let us proceed. 12th question. Find the value of P so that the lines, first line is this 1 minus x by 3, 7y minus 14 by 2p equal to z minus 3 by 2. This is the first line. And 7 minus 7x by 3p equal to y minus 5 by 1 equal to 6 minus z by 5. This is are at right angles. They are at right angles. So now here the problem is this. Look at the given equation. First equation, 1 minus x by 3 equal to 7 minus 14 by 2p equal to z minus 3 by 2. So it is not given in the standard form. Standard form is actually x minus x1 by a. X should be first. Y minus y1 by b. Y should not have a coefficient. It should be 1. Z minus, of course, it is in the standard form. First you have to rewrite the equation. This is the first important step. So what you have to do is, look here, 1 minus x by 3 can be written as x minus 1 by minus 3, interchanging the sign. Then I don't want 7y, I want it y, therefore divide by 7. So y minus 2 divided by 2p by 7. That means divide numerator and denominator by 7. So this is the important step. And z minus 3 by 2, there is no change. So it is already in the standard form. So this is the equation of the first line in the standard form. That is very, very important. Similarly, consider the second one. It is 7 minus, so first of course you can write b1 now. So b1 will be equal to, therefore, that is direction ratio of b1 will be minus 3, 2p by 7 and 2. Now consider the second equation. So 7 minus 7x by 3p equal to y minus 5 by 1 equal to 6 minus z by 5. So here rewriting the equation once again, first one will be divide by minus 7. It becomes x minus 1 by minus 3p by 7. Similarly, second one will be y minus 5 by 1. There is no change. And the third one you have to change the sign, z minus 6 by minus 5. So this is very important. Therefore, the direction ratios are of B2, second vector are minus 3p by 7, then it is 1 and it is minus 5. Therefore, so see, the direction ratios are like this: minus 3, 2p by 7 and 2, minus 3p by 7, 1 and minus 5. Since the vectors are right angle, dot product of them should be 0. This is the important concept. Therefore, what you have to do is minus 3 into minus 3p by 7 plus 2p into 1, 2p by 7 into 1 plus 2 into minus 5. This should be 0. Simplify, you get p equal to 70 by 11. So this is the value of p. So let me remind once again, whenever this type of questions are given, first thing which you have to do is, if the given equation is not in the standard form, convert it into standard form. So that's the first thing. Directly don't take 3, 2p and 2 etc. Then you are wrong. Next question. So this is a very simple question, but let me solve it. So the given equation is, show that the lines x minus 5 by 7 equal to y plus 2 by minus 5 equal to z plus 3 by 1 and x by 1 equal to y by 2 equal to z by 3. These are the two equations of the lines in Cartesian form. Show that they are perpendicular. They are perpendicular to each other. Very simple. Now L1 is given x minus 5 by 7, y plus 2 by minus 5, z plus 3 by 1. Already it is in the standard form. Similarly, L2 is also in standard form only. X by 1 equal to y by 2 equal to z by 3. Therefore, first you find what is B1. What is B1 now? B1 is, I have directly written 7i minus 5j plus k. That is, A1 is 7, B1 is minus 5, C1 is 1 actually. Similarly, B2. So it is I plus 2j plus 3k. And we have to show that they are perpendicular. Therefore, B1 dot B2 must be 0. Therefore, look here. So 7 into 1 plus minus 5 into 2 plus 1 into 3. Simplify. So you get 7 minus 10 plus 3, which is 0. What does it imply? So this implies the given lines are perpendicular. Given lines are perpendicular. So this is the last question of this lesson. Hope you followed everything in this lesson. We have studied angle between two lines, then condition, parallel and perpendicular, and then whenever you want to find the angle between two lines, there are two possibilities. One is, it can be given, equations of the line can be given in vector form, or equations can be given in Cartesian form. Accordingly, we have to identify what is B1 and B2, then we have to find the angle. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, and share with your friends. Let us meet in the next lesson with skew line. That is the next concept in straight line, skew lines. That is lesson 5. And till then, bye. Take care.